Alright, gents, let's keep our eye on the cart. Oh, spy near the cart. Spy near the cart. I am watching you, spy. I am watching you. And I took out your demo man. What do you think about that? Oh, well, I'm not on fire anymore, but I'm gonna head back, resupply, find someone to heal, and we're gonna win this. Oh. Ha.
Team!
Hello! I'm Captain Gamer, and why not? Team Fortress 2 gameplay. Playing as the medic using the Kritzkrieg medigun. As you can see, even though my Uber charge is filled up, I'm giving overheals to all my teammates. Guys, if you are using the stock medigun or the Kritzkrieg, it is your imperative to give overheals to your entire team. Because as much as you are one hulking mass of a character, it really is your team that you are focusing on, and a team full of overhealed people is a terrifying thing. Popping the Kritzkrieg to give critical hits to my people. Unfortunately, they also pop a Kritzkrieg, forcing my heavy to retreat before he properly realized that he was crit boosted. And, spoilers, that's not going to be the first time an Uber charge is not going to be properly used. But I'm just maintaining the heals, giving the overheals, and here's a stupid thing, I do the battle medic thing, the sentry takes him out, and right now I'm thinking, don't look right, don't look right, don't look right, but here comes my medic frag video moment. That is about as impressive as I am going to be this entire gameplay. I have my overcharge almost completely built up, and then I lose it to a direct hit soldier. It's not so bad that I lost the overcharge at all, but to a direct hit. Aren't people direct hits supposed to have terrible aim or something? I should have known better than to rush out, because I saw on that kill cam that there were two pyros camping the place, ready for anybody to come out, and here they come. They light us ablaze. I get hurt very nicely, and I get finished off by a Crusader's crossbow. Mind you, this is uncut footage other than humorous edits that I might make throughout the entire thing. When I saw there were pyros there, I should not have stuck around. I should have just turned tail and fled, because I saw that things weren't going well for the people I was healing. Still, I have my tendency to rush in with people when it seems like they are doing well. And then once again, there's the entire team over there. They're being healed by the cart, and I still think that I can do something with my needles. End up getting popped up into the air by a soldier and finished off. And one thing about the overdose is I'm missing something, because I don't see what the big deal is about the overdose. Yes, your overcharge does make you faster, but I never really see much of a difference in my speed, or at least not big enough to make a really big difference. Pocketing an engineer, but I tried getting the kill, finishes himself off. Found that to be most humorous. There's a quick fix Uber, I don't want any of that. Once again, rushing down, seeing who I can help, push forward. I'm probably a little too forward for a medic, but being a Kritzkrieg medic, that's how I am. Hello, Pyro, no. Going through, and yes, the overdose, like I was saying before, is the syringe gun that increases your speed relative to your Uber charge at the penalty of 10% damage. And there's one part later in this gameplay that I firmly believe if I had that 10%, that regular damage, I probably could have finished somebody off. Starting to think that this spy is an enemy, but he is not. He is simply a kunai spy. Going ahead, I see an obvious spy who's disguised as me, and he most obviously is a Dead Ringer spy. Here's a quick tip for anybody new to Team Fortress 2. Immediately assume that every single spy you kill is a Dead Ringer, because the Dead Ringer pretty much is the vanilla spy by now. Yes, you can do very well as a spy, and I go in, I thought I could pop a surprise Kritzkrieg, but in hindsight, they probably had a teleporter leading up into the upper areas there, so that was a really bad choice on my part. But here comes my next frag video moment. Never mind, I'm not that vindictive. If I ended up crit killing one of them, that would have been fine, but the elements of surprise only last for as long as you have the element— oh, hello there. Ow. The elements of surprise only last for as long as you have the element of surprise. And yes, dying to that demo man was quite embarrassing. And that freeze frame where I looked directly at the stickies, that's no exaggeration. Time literally slowed for me. Okay, not literally, but I actually saw those stickies for a very firm second before they blew up and made me the dead.
Too bad they can't do nothing
once I got hit by a flare here, and then the pyro comes around, and I actually do the smart thing, completely back off, and I took a bunch of spam. Medics dying in spam is just the worst feeling for the medics team, and the best feeling for the team that killed the medic. And I loved how this sniper got hit by a flare, and I was able to heal him up and only fill up my Uber charge. Find opportunities to fill your Uber charge. Injured teammates should be a welcome sight for you. Building up Uber, and let's freeze frame right here. You see that little thin line? I have mained engineer for far too long to not recognize what it looks like when there's a spy trying to revolver down one of my buildings from a safe distance. But this spy did not count on the spy checking medic. So you can see I immediately spaz out, and there's the tricky bugger right there. He's actually using the invisibility watch, but that doesn't save him. I usually don't feel good when I taunt at people, but that guy was slicing up my team all throughout this session, so I didn't feel so bad. He didn't need any sort of protection of his ego. Now I have my Uber charge up, and it is just the biggest tease of a feeling. That probably was a Deadbringer spy. It is just the biggest teasing feeling to have Uber charge and not a good opportunity to use it. I placed the Uber charge, the Kritzkrieg, on this demo man, giving him critical hits, and he misses with every single one. I wanted to finish off that pyro, but he had his extinguisher out, and if he hits me with that extinguisher, I'm dead. But, as you can see in the kill feed, a soldier using the original picks him off. Just hanging back, giving it overheals, and I see another spy. The guy gets away. But, yeah, that's one thing about Medic, is it's not entirely glamorous. You're not exactly getting 54 to 3 KD when you're playing as Medic, hanging around, giving overheals. But if you find an injured teammate backing out of the fight, and you give him heals enough to allow him to go into battle sooner, that could potentially change... that could potentially turn the tide of a big push by the other team. Just desperately looking around for someone to heal, and I see a heavy. Let's hit the heavy with our Uber Saw. Actually, that's a horrible idea. In hindsight, I should have ducked under the bridge, and the heavy would have died trying to get at me while trying to hunt me from underneath the bridge. But c'est la vie, I'm going to be more careful from now on. Oh, that was embarrassing. Wait a moment. Huh. Well played. That's just the sort of thing that happens when you don't cherry-pick your footage. You get awesomely embarrassing deaths like that. And the time is dwindling down, and as the time dwindles down, this is an attack-defend map. Well, not attack-defend, but the blue team is the offending team, and their only way they're going to win is by getting that payload to the end, and it is so close to the end, and it is about this time, when you get around 3 minutes, that the team starts to feel the pressure, especially if they've been held off for, I don't know, 5-6 minutes, however long this has been going. So it is very imperative that you keep on the point. And I think something significant happens here. No, nothing significant happens here. I follow a demo man into the battle, and then I just go right back to healing my team, except for that sniper who just died. Whenever things go bad for me, I like calling out for help because the help voice commands are just so humorous. One last thing while I have nothing to think about. Oh, over here, I get hit by a critical. I thought that was an ambassador critical, but that probably was a pipe or a rocket or something. One note about the melee weapon I'm using, the Uber Saw, is that it fills up my Uber charge by 25% per hit. And I figure that going along with the theme of this set, that I would use a fast-charging medigun with the Uber charge building melee to build up my speed as fast as possible. But like I said, I am not the biggest fan of the overdose. What was that? I actually got a kill assist using the Uber charge from my Kritzkrieg. This soldier runs out here, but I see a blue person coming in, get into a skirmish with this scout. He doesn't seem to really have aggression on the mind. He gets finished off. If I were using the Blitzsager or the default needle gun, I probably could have finished that scout off. I don't know my math exactly. The round is almost over here, and one interesting thing to note is I actually am the MVP of this round, just because I ran about healing my team and giving them overheals. For every 600 points of health you heal for your teammates, the medic gets 1 point, and that really promotes a medic going around and healing his team. But the real credit here goes to our engineers, who set up a fantastic base. So, there we go, I die, there I am, top scoring. And if you like this video, give it a like, share it around. You will not regret that. Also in the description, I have a replay. People, watch that replay, it's great. I'll be back with more Team Fortress 2 when I record some more. Until then, game out.
The only thing left is my useless dispense teleporter.